here they come to rig the scene. Tonight, as we shall hear later, it's Devonport against Portsmouth, Oggy against Pompey. This afternoon, Chatham beat the Fleet Air Arm. Chatham time was outside the record, about 3 minutes 57 seconds. That ramp there weighs about a ton. It's one side of a chasm, a bottomless pit as it's known, across which these guns will have to be manhandled, 28 feet wide. See the officers there making quite sure that they're in the exact position.
Given by the Royal Navy is a traditional item at the Royal Tournament. There are 4 crews taking part from Portsmouth, Devonport, Chatham and the Fleet Air Arm. The event consists of a race between 2 of the crews and is divided into 3 parts. During the run-out, the crews are taking their guns into action against an enemy position at the far end of the arena, where you can see the backcloth. They take their gun over the wall, rig a heavy wire jackstay across a chasm between the 2 ramps in the center of the arena, pass through the wall at the enemy end, and fire 3 rounds. The gun is then brought back over the enemy wall, over the chasm, and brought into action for the 2nd time. Finally, the guns are taken through the home wall and raced back to the finishing line. The times taken for each part are added together, and the total is known as the running time. A time penalty is then added on for any mistakes in drill. 2 points are awarded to the winning crew and 1 to the losers. There are 3 trophies to be won: the Intercommand Challenge Cup for the crew with the highest number of points, the Aggregate Time Challenge Cup for the crew with the lowest combined running times, and the Fastest Time Cup. All trophies are at present held by the Fleet Air Arm. Devonport established the record time for the course in 1953 with a time of 3 minutes, 21 and 4/5 seconds. But the Portsmouth Command field gun crew set up an unofficial record of 3 minutes, 20 and 4/5 seconds last night. When you see the ease with which the crews take their equipment over the obstacles, you may think that the guns and limbers are merely dummies. In fact, the barrel alone weighs nearly half a ton, and the total weight of equipment used is about 1 ton. The secret lies in the weeks of hard training before the competition. If you look through the doors at the far end of the arena, you can see the crews waiting to march in and take up their positions on the starting line. The run tonight is between the Portsmouth crew on the Royal Box side and the Devonport crew on the bandstand side. If your favorite crew isn't running at this performance, please cheer the crew on your side of the arena. Cheer as loudly as you like.
That's Lieutenant Commander Khan, the field gun battery commander. Just waiting until both crews are ready, or rather it's rigged properly. Devonport are now pretty well rigged on the far side. And here they come, Portsmouth on this side. And there go Devonport. The limber and the gun carriage and the barrel there weighs about 800 weights. This business, as I'm sure you'll agree, if you've never seen it before, needs skill and stamina and coordination and courage. Now, in a moment, we shall see the start, the flash thrown on the floor of the arena. Remember, it's in 3 parts. First, the run out. Now watch first of all for that limber coming over. Whoa! Devonport just a shade behind on the far side there, I think. Up go the sheer legs. The sheer legs, 170 pounds each. The leading man. Now the 10-foot pole going in. Portsmouth, you see, just ahead on this side. Now the main wire. And the Traveller taking the wheels. The running pulley known as the Traveller. Oh, and Portsmouth have a clear lead now. There goes the carriage, Portsmouth carriage. The wheels of Devonport. Here goes 800 weights of barrel. Devonport carriage. Portsmouth wheels. Barrel of Devonport. And Portsmouth going through the hole in the wall. And certainly Portsmouth are leading on this first run out. Devonport limber still way behind. Portsmouth then.
During the run back, the crews take their guns over the enemy walls, over the chasm, and bring their guns into action again at the home end of the arena. There are an enormous number of volunteers for this event every year. To belong to a field guns crew is a great honor. Every day, the results are sent out by signal, and ships and establishments at home and abroad follow the fortunes of their team as keenly as if they were actually running at Earl's Court themselves.
As they kneel down there, no one is allowed to move off a knee without a 3-second penalty. No major penalties so far, no one lost in the chasm. There was this afternoon by the Fleet Air Arm. Trumpeter waiting for a signal from the commander. Just the final check over to make sure that all is in order. Portsmouth time so far, according to the clock, 1 minute 46. I understand that's a pretty good time. We may not be far off a record if all goes well with Portsmouth. And Portsmouth just a shade ahead. the Devonport team there. Portsmouth we're looking at now. Portsmouth. Back comes the traveller for the carriage. There's the Devonport carriage. Portsmouth, I think, just a shade ahead. Now watch out for the last man known as the Flying Angel. Here he goes. Watch those sheer legs go away. Whoops. And that's the Devonport Flying Angel. Portsmouth have done it again.
The last part of this event consists of the run home. The guns are taken through the walls and raced for the finishing line.
Portsmouth time so far a shade over 3 minutes.
There's a pause between each part of the event to make sure that the crews start on an equal footing.
The average time for the run home, normally about 25, 26 seconds, so it doesn't look as if we should get a record tonight. But we shan't be far out.
Give the crews a big cheer on the run home.
Both crews are ready. Very often at this Royal Tournament we found that the crew losing the first 2 runs has got home first on this run home. And it's happening again. There goes Devonport. Well done, Oggy. And Pompey. About 3 minutes 23 for Portsmouth. And about 3:29 for Devonport, I think.
The running times for this performance were Devonport 3 minutes 34 and 4/5 seconds, Pompey 3 minutes 30 and 1/5 seconds.
And the difference there in time is because certain points must have been added. We wouldn't have known about them. Certain penalties would have been added. And now, friendly rivalry to get this arena de-rigged. Just another evolution to the Royal Navy. First we shall see the gun crews march out. If you've been looking at home at all that, I'm sure you'll agree it's all enormous fun. These chaps have to be tough and fit. Wheels for the 1-ton ramp.
Field gun run can be seen outside the battery office after this performance. The battery office is just behind the bandstand.
Most important from the point of view of later performances that the turf or the surface here should be kept as level as possible. I think one of the finest features of these Royal Tournaments is the speed with which this arena is cleared after items where the scene has to be set and a lot of gear is used. Now remaining are the 4 officers commanding the various gun crews, the battery commander and his second in command.